Hello. Ah, can hear my voice. Okay, sorry. So I think everyone can hear my voice only because just now have technical problem. I need to change my mic. Okay. Uh, okay. Okay. So first of all, I need to say welcome all of you. Like interesting to hear my video my life for syllabus briefing Stpm biology semester 3. So I think mostly all of the guardians just finished your sem 2 examination right last week if I'm not mistaken. So I think your school actually already start your sem 3 lah. But so maybe your school not start or your school already start, never mind. But it is new to you. Congrats to all of you enter sem 3 and also good. Congrats all of you also set your examination in semester 2 lah. So actually this video is just syllabus briefing for SPM Biology semester 3 lah. So I will explain about what that you will learn in semester 3 for your last semester in SPM Biology lah. So, okay. So without wasting our time, I will explain it. So before that, I need to say that if you have any question you want to ask, you can type in the chat box or you can enter the link that I sent just now. Uh, if you very shy, you can enter that link. You just ask any question in SPM Biology semester 3 you want. Later I will answer it. I will answer it after the syllabus briefing. Okay. So first of all, this is the I will start our video now. So first of all, I need to say that this semester 3, in overall, we have two themes that you have to learn. That is ecology and also genetic. So these two themes actually are totally different lah. They are not uh they are totally different at all, but you have to learn not like semester 1 and semester 2 because semester 1 you learn about cellular molecule and metabolism, right? Semester 2 you learn about physiology, yang doctor 1. And semester 3 you will learn ecology and genetic. So there are total 6 chapters you have to learn. Compared to semester 2, it only less one chapter lah. But if you know that ecology and genetic actually is the big topic. So actually you just seem that it's only have 6 chapter, but actually you will learn your learning outcome are very large. So actually in these 6 chapters, ecology were about taxonomy. The first chapter you will learn is about taxonomy and biodiversity, and then about ecology, and also final chapter for ecology theme is selection and speciation. And for the genetic one, so the first chapter you have to learn is inheritance and genetic control, gene technology, and also biotechnology. So these 3 chapters actually, I can say is totally new to you lah, compared to in semester 1 and semester 2. Okay, and also these 2 chapters actually, if you also learn in SPM, but I think mostly SPM candidate, they don't cover too much of these two themes, especially ecology. I know everyone see that the ecology topic is very boring and don't want to focus one. But in STPM, sorry lah, you have to focus it in this all if you want to score A. If you don't want to score A, never mind. But if you want to score A, you have to focus all 3 semesters, right? Okay. So first chapter 14 is about taxonomy and biodiversity. So actually there are total four subtopic you have to learn. So firstly is about taxonomy. So actually taxonomy this term you already learn in SPM, but I think all of you already forget it. So in simple words taxonomy means that if you what the naming of organism, naming or classification of organism. So actually, if you know that in our world, there are many billion types of organism, including human, animal, plant, bacteria, microorganisms. All of these are classified as organisms. So how do we name them and how do we classify them? So this is the why we want to learn taxonomy. So firstly, you have to know lah, what is the importance of taxonomy and what is the concept of species and also taxonomy hierarchy. So hierarchy is the classification of the organism. So how do we classify how the scientists nowadays classify the organism in the earth? Okay. Okay, so this one is just the briefly topic. And then the next topic is about the diversity of organisms. So this is the most important topic in this chapter and the most longest content in this chapter. So actually diversity of organism in our syllabus we learn 4 kingdom system. Actually in general we have 5 kingdom. 5 kingdom. Another kingdom is called another kingdom. Why we not learn? Because it is under Prokaryote. Prokaryote actually is the scientific name under kingdom system. But actually prokaryote is prokaryote lah. You already learn in semester 1. Actually, you already learn in semester 1. So that's why you in semester 3 you will not learn the kingdom prokaryote. So in this chapter, in this our syllabus, we only learn 4 kingdom system. So our first kingdom is Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. I think okay. So I think these 4 terms you are very familiar with it lah. I think you already know you already hear it since your primary school. Protista, fungi, plantae, and animalia. Plantae is plant, animalia is animal. So Protista actually we have to separate 2 more again. Uh, we will separate to 2 more Protozoa. And also another one is algae, if I'm not mistaken. Algae and protozoa. So this algae and protozoa. So in this chapter, what you have to learn is you will learn about kingdom system and also if you kingdom system and also under kingdom we have phylum. This one is under the taxonomy hierarchy. As a taxonomy hierarchy, if the first one, the biggest one classification is kingdom. So under kingdom, we have phylum. And under phylum, we have class. So in our syllabus, in Stpm syllabus, we only focus these 3 classification only. The others one, if under class, if I'm not mistaken, under class is order, and under order is family. Then is genus, and then the last one is species. So this one is under the topic taxonomy hierarchy. So in our syllabus, we normally is only learn about kingdom, phylum, and class only. So order, family, genus is not our syllabus but if you want to understand it, is up to you. Extra knowledge to you lah. But in our syllabus, we only focus these 3. So kingdom, phylum, and class, what you have to learn is we have to know the characteristic. So you have to know that what kind of organism that have this characteristic can be classified as this kingdom. So kingdom Protista, kingdom fungi, kingdom plantae, and animalia. So what what characteristic do fungi have? And what characteristic do the plant have to classify it is as kingdom and also phylum. So phylum actually because phylum is under kingdom, so there are many types of phylum. So in Protista, if I'm not mistaken, Protozoa you have one phylum you have to learn, and also algae you only have one phylum you have to learn, and fungi also you only have one phylum to learn. But in Plantae and Animalia are very difficult lah. Plantae and Animalia will have more phylum. So in Plantae got 4 phylums. And Animalia I think got 6 phylums. You have to learn. But actually in real world, not only this phylum only. Actually in real world there are many of phylums under this kingdom. In Protista, I think Protozoa have 5 or 6. Algae is also have 5 or 6. And fungi also have many more than 10 if I'm not mistaken. More than 10 phylums, and Pantai and Animalia is the biggest complex organism, so there are also many types of phylum also. But in our syllabus, we only learn this phylum only. So what phylum you have to learn? Actually, what phylum you have to learn? Actually, you can get in from your get from your in the MPM syllabus lah. If I am not mistaken, Protista, you will learn phylum Biophyta. If I'm not mistaken, Biophyta. Fungi, you will learn Jusmaticina. Pantai, there are 4 phylums. And Animalia have 6 phylums. So, because I already graduated 3 years already, so I already forget. But Pantai got one phylum is called Angiospermophyta. And Animalia will have 6 phylums you have to learn. Got Chordata, Arthropoda, also Pentamintus, and another 3 Mollusca. Got what one this lah. You can get it from the NPS syllabus, and also if you have textbook, you can get it from the textbook lah. So actually, what you have to learn is firstly characteristic. What are the characteristic of this kingdom, phylum, or class, and also example of the species, and also the structure of the species. So you will learn about the specific species under this phylum, and also uh, within that species there were the structure of the cell, structure of the body lah, structure of the body, or also structure of the cell of that species. So okay, so actually it is very long topic, and there is no tips to learn. Just hafal hafal because there are many things normally is about the theory one. So just hafal je. Ah. And then the third topic and fourth topic is about biodiversity. So biodiversity in Malaysia and trade to biodiversity. So biodiversity Malaysia. So actually, firstly you have to know the definition of biodiversity, and also in biodiversity we have 3 class level of biodiversity you have to know, and then also importance of biodiversity. And then the last topic is about threat to biodiversity, ancaman untuk biodiversity di Malaysia, actually got di Malaysia. So firstly you have to know what are the factors that threat to the biodiversity in Malaysia. So and also lastly you have to also give the steps to address this threat. So this one normally dia macam look like the topic under PA lah, PA SEM 2 if I am not mistaken got one topic is under biodiversity right in LP book. Buku LP tu ada topik biodiversity kan. So actually dia macam PA, but your answer you have to in biology professional way lah. Don't write the answer like SPM, essay SPM like that lah. In general form, no one. Because this topic, especially this topic, trade to biodiversity, normally in essay question, it will come out with 10 marks. If you see past year paper, I think got 2 years or 3 years already, it come out and it will give directly 10 marks. So it is very high and also it is easy to answer compared to this topic because this one actually you can use logic lah. You can use logic like factor you can use overfishing, overfogging, over like that. But if you want, but it is I can say it is very easy to answer, but also it is very hard to score also because the marking scheme will be very strict like PA one lah. Marking scheme in SPM biology. I think you guys already know what how the examiner mark it. So it is very easy to answer, but also it is very hard to score lah. So this one I suggest you find the factor and steps that is which is very biological approach one, not like the general approach one that normal people will can be right one. So the one okay. Oh, got another topic is about conservation of biodiversity. Pemeliharaan biodiversity. I already forget. So there are in Malaysia there are two types of conservation you have to learn. That is in situ and ex situ. So firstly you have to know what are the in situ and also ex situ. You have to explain the theory first and also give the example also in Malaysia. So all these biodiversity are in Malaysia. You don't want give the example in out 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 of Malaysia one, like America or European China like that don't want because normally the books you learn like Campbell, the example will give is in international one. The example the books that give is international is in I think is America one. So actually you have to know the example in Malaysia. Don't want to hafal yang dekat luar negara punya. So actually it is a topic under that topic you have to learn lah. So there are total 5 topics you have to learn in this chapter. So hopefully you guys can understand. So actually this chapter I can say is the easy chapter lah. Sangat easy chapter only in this semester. A very easy one. Because there are no tips you have to learn, just hafal. You just hafal je. Awak ada hafal, awak tahu. Awak tak ada hafal, memang awak tak tahu. Especially under this topic. This topic is the most important one, I can say. And also this topic. These two topic. Okay. So that's all for this chapter. So I will proceed to next chapter, ecology. Okay, so ecology, I think this chapter you also already learned some in SPM, but I think most of you not focus. Never mind, in SPM you can focus already. Okay, so this chapter, first chapter is about the level of ecological organization. So we have to know lah what is ecology and also classification of ecology. And this one is different from this from first chapter. First chapter taxonomy is for organism. This is living organism one. We only classify the living organism in the earth. But this chapter is about the ecology. Not only organism but also involved environment in the earth. So you have to know classification of ecology and also interaction of biotic and abiotic factor. This one SPM you already learned. So normally your school teacher will not focus on this lah. The third topic is top type of biome and also niche. You have to learn niche and also their types and also example. Okay. Second topic is about biogeochemical cycle. Maybe you are you not you heard this topic maybe what kind of this topic. Actually, if you know that in your SPM you already learned nitrogen cycle, right? In SPM syllabus you learn nitrogen cycle, right? So nitrogen cycle actually is one type of biogeochemical cycle. Because why we call this biogeochem? Because it involves 3 types of field: biology, geography, and also chemistry. If you know that in the nitrogen cycle you learn biology, right? You also learn geography. You also learn chemistry. Chemistry because have chemical reaction right in the cycle. So is why we call biogeochemical cycle. Okay, okay. So in our syllabus, nitrogen cycle, we already not learn lah. Because SPM we already learn, so NPM I don't know. Maybe NPM they are supposed they are eliminate this cycle lah. So totally new cycle you have to learn, that is carbon cycle, phosphorus cycle, and also sulfur cycle. So you have to know the theory and also the cycle of these three element carbon, phosphorus, and sulfur. Okay. Next is about energy flow. Okay, energy flow. If you see energy flow, the two things that you already learn is food chain and food web. So food chain and food web, I think these two topics you are very familiar with it lah. And since I think primary school you already learn, even from 1, from 2, I think the PT3 punya, the from 1, from 2, from 3 slides you also that got learn. From 4, SPM ecology topic you also learn food chain, food web. Even in STPM, you also learn food chain and food web. So totally familiar with it. And also the second topic is also you have to know the mechanism, energy flow in tropical forest and lake. So in SPM syllabus, we only learn smaller energy flow, right? Food chain and food web. But in STPM, we have to explain how in the tropical forest, how the energy flow within the tropical forest and also the lake. Not only the one food chain, but also involve many type of food chain lah. So you have to explain it. Normally if in examination, normally it will comes out in essay question and also normally in 10 marks lah. But in STPM until now not yet come out yet in real exam. So no matter, maybe you are the first batch come out. So who knows? You only NPM knows lah. So this topic you have to focus because this topic I think in in exam in Oxford books is not explain much Even in Campbell also not explain much. So you have to make a research from the internet or other books And then fourth topic is about population ecology. This topic is come MPM is very like to come out this topic. So this topic in past year paper come out many times already under this topic. Exponential curve and logistic curve, survivorship, and K and R strategy. So actually this one is learn about the ecology, population ecology. So exponential curve and logistic curve is about the uh, number of population, relationship between number of population and also environment. Normally lah, I can briefly explain lah. Number of population and also environment. Okay, and then this two is about survivorship is the different type of organism they will face different type of survivorship. Like human got one type of survivorship, and also like turtle got different type of survivorship. Like another species also have another different type of survivorship. So there are total 3 types of survivorship you have to learn. And the naming of survivorship is very easy. Type 1, type 2, and type 3. Very easy one. So survivorship actually got already come out many times already in examination. I think structure question got come out and even essay question also come out. So actually if come out in essay question is very lucky lah to you, because actually you just name the 3 types of survivorship, you already get 3 marks already. Type 1, type 2, type 3. But including the definition lah, baru ada 3 markah lah. Kalau tak ada explanation memang tak ada 3 markah lah. 3 markah lah, but it's very easy lah. And another one is K and R strategies. This one is among the different type of species organism also have the different type of strategy that were familiar. Okay. Okay, the next topic is about carrying capacity. So you have to know what is meaning by carrying capacity. Carrying capacity, the definition, and also sustainable development and factor limit the population size. So actually, if you know that one type of in one population, even in human also, why the population size cannot increase like that one? Cannot in the world, in the real world, there is no kind of the population in the world can increase like that one. Even microorganism also cannot increase like that. So why? What affect them? What affect this occur? So you have to know that factor. Okay, this one qualitative ecology it compulsory come out in objective question. Objective question compulsory come out at least one question in this chapter. So sampling method and pattern of distribution. So I think this one actually you already learned in SPM also. So what will you learn? Density, the calculation topic. This is under calculation one. Biology in semester 3 there are calculation lah. So density of plant, you will know like density, frequency, percentage coverage. Then we have relative density, relative frequency, relative percentage coverage. This all actually you already learn in SPM, but in SPM you also need to learn there are formula, right? What are the formula for density, frequency, percentage? So there are total 6 formula plus 1. So there are total 6 plus 1 formula. So 6 formula is for the plant one density, frequency, percentage, right? And we have relative, and plus one. This one is for animal capture recapture method. Capture and recapture method. So this one is for the animal one. So there are total 7 formulas. You have to memorize it. Yes, you not you not you are not here. You are here, right? You have to memorize. In real examination, no formula were given at all. You have to memorize all of this formula. So actually it is very easy because I think you guys got take MACD, right? MACD punya formula pun awal pun boleh hafal. So I think this tujuh formula ni sangat senang saja. Sangat senang saja. Saya rasa MACD punya yang kompleks punya formula pun boleh hafal kan. So saya rasa 7 formula ni sub water kan. Very easy one. So this is the bonus mark to you lah. I can say it is the bonus to you lah. Normally OBJ question it compulsory at least one question. So if it come out in structure question, wow, you are very lucky lah. Normally 7 mark X mark you already in your hand already if you calculate all of this. Very lucky lah. But if you not memorize all this formula, ini rugi lah. Kerugian untuk awak lah. Memang awak rugi punya. So actually this topic is I can say is very important lah because you already know it would compulsory come out in exam and you have to memorize all 7 formulas lah. So this chapter actually is completely learned lah for this chapter. So this chapter actually is also long chapter also. There are total 6 topics you have to learn. And normally is new to you accept this lah, also accept this lah. Only these 3 subtopic is small topic is already you learn in SPM, but others are totally new to you. So the most important is this lah. I can say I already give you the tips lah to answer SPM biology semester 3 because it compulsory come out. And you have to memorize all 7 formulas given in the and also this one is one type of experiment you have to done in your coursework. So one type of experiment there are one experiment that you have to learn, and this one experiment is not easy like in semester 1 and semester 2 one in lab 1. This one you have to go to the field one. School field, padang sekolah punya. Awak kena pergi padang sekolah awak. Lepas tu you have to determine the plant species that occur in your school field. Awak kena cari itu dekat padang awak. Atas padang awak there are many type of species, right? Normally is flower lah. Flower is more easy lah. Cari flower species that under your school got occur in your school field. I think if I not mistaken nak cari enam species yang berbeza. Enam species yang berbeza maksudnya awak kena cari enam tumbuhan lah. And this species is easy to be identified one, especially cut flower lah. Yang daun-daun punya is very easily to identify, is not recommend to use. But normally is flower, so 6 species, and then you will do a planet square lah, and then you throw, and then you have to calculate lah. You have to count one by one how many species in this quadrant, how many species is this quadrant, like that, and then you have to calculate all of this. So this is one type of experiment. So this experiment actually normally I don't know your school teacher style, but if for my school actually is done in group lah. Done in group. So it depends on your school teacher want to do individually or in group. So up to your school teachers lah. So actually this experiment is more challenging lah. So normally if you want to do this experiment, awak kena buat lepas sekolah lah. Normally you have to do it lepas after your class. Like 2 PM, 3 PM, awak kena pergi padang sekolah awak, then you have to find lah, do this all lah. Okay. And also, if you want to talk about experiment, or this chapter also got one experiment under this one. Betul tak? Taxonomy lah, under taxonomy chapter 1, taxonomy hierarchy. That is classification of the species one. Actually, in classification, we have natural classification and also artificial classification. So in the experiment you learn is artificial classification. So, but this experiment is very easy one. You don't need to worry. It's very easy. Your school teacher will help you one. Okay. You can done it in laboratory, and normally 1 period or 2 period you will learn the experiment already. Okay. The next chapter, ecology, last chapter is about selection and speciation. Okay. Selection and speciation. So actually this chapter totally new to you, I can say. Totally new to you. Except this chapter. Variation. Variation, you already learn, totally learn in SPM. So sama ada. Dia memang awak learn dekat SPM, dia just copy and paste dekat STPM sahaja. So memang completely sama. Tak ada perubahan langsung. So in examination normally tak keluar lah. Di STPM exam langsung tak keluar langsung lah. Langsung tak keluar. Normally it will come out is natural selection. Natural selection is important one. Especially these three. Stabilizing, disrupting, and directional, because these three is under the graph one. Under the graph probability distribution graph. Distribution, if you know the distribution graph, it like that, right? It involves graph like that. And this is the normal one. Normal situation. But in this tree, if there are selection occur in this tree, stabilizing, disrupting, the graph will be different. So you have to know the graph shape. Okay, before that you have to know lah what is the meaning of selection. So you have to know what is the meaning of selection. So in simple word, I can say it is the environment. This is the organism. It will select suitable phenotype when the environment is changed with the environment. So maksudnya dia akan organism ni dia sangat hebatnya. Dia akan kalau itu the environment is changed, it will select the desired phenotype of that is suitable for that environment. So example in the dark environment, the rabbit skin color. So in dark environment, rabbit skin color dia nak putih, white skin color or dark skin color. Which one is most suitable? So the answer is dark, right? Why dark? Because if dark color, meaning that the predator is not easy to eat the rabbit, right? But if white color, wow, it is very macam mana cakap? It is very easy to see lah in the dark environment. Wah, predator tengok, wah, putihnya, dia terus tangkap je, then makan. Tak boleh kan? So this is the selection. So how the rabbit have this kind of skin color? Because of it is based on the environment. So actually original rabbit it has white color one. Normally original rabbit is have white color. But if the rabbit go to the dark environment and then it survive at that dark environment many years, normally natural selection is take very long time one. Dia menggunakan masa yang sangat panjang, normally more than 100 years. Dia perlu 100 years, beratus-ratus tahun sehingga beribu tahun. So dia menggunakan masa yang sangat panjang. And then after the 100 years and after many generation, the rabbit color will change to the dark one. Not dark, black. Sorry, black color. This is the selection. Why the rabbit changed to black color? Because of environment. It needs to fit to the environment. Dia kena sesuai untuk environment ini. Kalau tak, dia easy to be eat. Dia easy terperangkap oleh haiwan-haiwan yang akan makan rabbit ni lah. So this is the nature what is meant by selection. So there are many types in natural selection. There are 5 types, but these 3 is the most important because it involves graph. In examination, normally past year, you will see, I think many years. Almost all of the years, dia akan keluar. Either it is in OBJ, structure or essay. Every year, dia akan keluar. Okay. The next one is about sexual selection and also polymorphism. So these two is not too hot. It is cold topic. I can say it is cold topic. I think in examination pun tak keluar pun. Until now tak keluar. Tapi so in Oxford textbook, it's also write a detail only. Write a little explanation only. So in Campbell, I think sexual selection got. Dia ada cakap tentang sexual selection. But polymorphism, Campbell, langsung tak cakap langsung. So these two topic, if you want to score it, you have to take a research first. You have to find the books, other information for other books or in internet. So these two are the core topics, but you have to imagine it is under syllabus. Memang dia ada syllabus punya. Under syllabus punya. So you have to learn also. So if you want to learn, you have to take a research lah. Make a research first lah. Okay. So these two topic, I think the school teacher also will not cover too much also. Normally dia pun tak ajar banyak sangat, I think. So if you want to score, you have to learn. Because you don't know NPM ni dia macam dia penting sikit, dia keluar. Mana tahu nanti dia keluar dekat essay, dia keluar dekat OBJ tak apa, OBJ satu markah je. Tapi dia keluar essay macam mana? Keluar essay 7 markah. Oh my god, you don't read at least also, or you just screening je. Awak just screening, what is social solution? Oh, saya tahu. Tapi 7 markah macam mana explain awak tak tahu. Ini awak kena tahu lah. Kena tahu lah. Okay, next one is artificial selection. This one also core topic. In examination, I think normally not yet come out yet. In my memory lah. Dalam pengingatan saya rasa pun tak pernah keluar langsung tak pernah keluar langsung dekat exam yet, but repeatedly you don't know NPM dia keluar, dia tak tahu ada sakit kepala je, nanti tu examiner itu yang buat soalan tu, dia mungkin dia hati dia tak syok, dia keluar. Tak tahu, saya pun tak tahu. Tak tahu dia keluar, especially in essay question dia keluar, awak tak tahu, no one can help you lah, because in sem 3 no repeat. Sem 1, sem 2 ada repeat. Sem 3 no repeat. So awak tak tahu memang tak tahu. Satu kali je. So artificial selection actually is also selection. But artificial, if you see the word artificial meaning, is a human one. Human select one. So human select for what purpose? For the human beneficial purpose like if you for plant, you have to increase the productivity, quality, and also resistant to that kind of disease. So artificial selection, you have to know these three things: human sperm bank, animal sperm bank, and also gene bank. These three bank lah. Ini tiga bank ni awak kena tahu lah. So why we want to have a human sperm bank, animal sperm bank, and also gene bank. And another is germ plasm bank. Actually, human sperm bank and animal sperm bank is similar, and actually similar. And another one is germ plasm bank. So these three bank, you have to know what is it and why it's very important in the selection. Kenapa dia important? Normally is why, because artificial is normally it want to beneficial to human. So actually you know the purpose, actually is easy to understand lah. And for the gene bank, actually you will learn in this semester, the last 2 chapter, gene technology one. Later I will explain it. Gene technology got the chapter, got the topic is explain the gene bank one. So if you expert, actually you can explain it in gene technology one. Okay, next is speciation. So selection, you already learn. Speciation in simple word, formation of species. How the species is formed. So if you know that like dog, I can say lah, dog have many type of species, right? So what cause that species can be formed? Senang je. Saya cakap senang je lah. Macam ni lah, simple words. So macam mana itu anjing tu ada banyak type kan, like anjing tu got what macam susah I know the Chinese term lah, but English one I don't husky lah, I know husky, and then got another one already not forget because I not make a research for the dog species. Maybe you can know lah, but if you know that, you know my word, that is in one type of the dog, there are many type of species. So how this species is formed? So it is based on speciation. So there are many formation of species can be formed through this way. So there are, firstly, we have to learn type of speciation. So there are 2 types of speciation, allopatric and sympatric. We have to learn, and also these 4. So these 4 actually is the formation of the species. Macam mana species tu boleh berjadi? Because of these four. Because of these four. Normally formation of species is based on A species. Like that. Ada satu species we know as A. Ini nenek moyang dia lah. Okay, lepas tu daripada sini dia akan keluar B and C. So this is where actually very total differently. But actually it is based on A1. So it means that the B species, it has some characteristic from A. And the shape, if you see the shape, normally is same as A. Because they are under same genus. It's as give example lah, dog lah. Dog. The ancestry of the dog normally is wolf. Wolf. But it can directly, it can conform many type of species B and C, and then B we can form D and E, and then C you can form F and G. So many lah. So macam mana boleh form ni because of these four. Isolation, genetic drift, hybridization, and also adaptation. Karena empat ni dia akan berlaku. So apa itu isolation, genetic tree, hybridization, and also adaptation. So all of this you will learn in speciation. And normally in this chapter topic, it will come out in essay lah. Kebanyakan dia akan keluar dekat essay lah. Dia tak akan keluar dekat structure. Because all of these are under explanation one. Semua ni memang explain punya. So you have to know the theory as well lah. Okay. So actually this topic is very short compared to the first two chapter. So actually this chapter totally new to you, I can say. It is totally new to you except this. Except this, but others is totally new to you. So you have to take alert lah. And this chapter, the hot topic, I can say the hot topic is these three, and then also this isolation and genetic drift. Yang ni dua ni, hybridization and adaptation also known as cold topic. The explanation in Oxford is very low, sangat kurang je, because hybridization actually dia adalah salah satu type of mutation one. Under mutation topic that you will learn in chapter 17. Later I will explain polyploidy. Ini under mutation topic one, because hybridization is one type of the polyploidy kan. Polyploidy. Under mutation topic, later you will learn in chapter 17. The last topic. So in Oxford dia tak explain sangat lah. So if you want to know more, you have to focus on polyploidy. So in examination macam mana tulis, actually you can write this because sama je. Hybrid, what is kind of hybrid? Hybrid mean that A tambah dengan B. Dia akan keluar C. Meaning, this A and B species is totally different. Totally different. A species and also B species. Macam lah, saya cakap senang sikit lah. A and B species is very totally different. They are not under same species. Same species one, and then it will give C species, totally new species. Dia tak ada karakteristik dekat A, dia pun tak ada full karakteristik dekat B, dia ada campur one. So is what we call hybridization. So this topic is among polyploidy one. Adaptive variation is like the evolution topic. In Oxford also not explain well. So normally awak kena Google, memang kena Google. If you want to understand it, you have to Google it. So in this chapter, there are many core topic lah. I can say many core topic because normally MPM dia akan keluar ini tiga, also ini tiga saja. Yang lain dia dia memang jarang keluar. Even not come out langsung yet until now, but don't know because it is in the syllabus. Dia pun tak tahu. Even though in variation topic also. Variation topic, although you already learn in SPM, but it is under syllabus, so you don't know when your MPM NPM dia akan keluar. So, siapa tahu? Okay. Okay. Next chapter, chapter 17, chapter 4 or semester 3. So, this chapter is already enter genetic lah. Genetic thing lah. And this chapter, I can say it is the very long chapter. Longest chapter. Normally, your school teacher need 2 months to teach, finish. And also, it is the hardest chapter because normally that you will learn is totally new to you. Totally new to you. So, the school teacher need more explanation to you. Normally, it requires 2 months lah. 2 months to teach this chapter. So it is very long chapter and also very hard chapter. Okay, so longest chapter there are total 8 topic you have to learn. Wah, 8 topik ah. Sangat panjang. Memang sangat panjang. Sangat panjang. Okay. Okay. First inheritance we have 4 topic. Genetic control we have 4 topic. Inheritance kami akan belajar 4 topik, genetic control 4 topik. So, first is the topic you already learned in SPM means Mendel. Mendel experiment. Tahu kan? Ini bodoh hybrid inheritance dan hybrid inheritance iaitu awak still ingat kan? 3 to 1 ratio, then 3:9:1 ratio. Still ingat kan? Ingat? Memang kena ingat lah. So totally same as in SPM. What SPM you learn in SPM, this one you already also learn. So normally your school teacher will not give this lah, will not touch too much lah because you already learn in SPM. But yang buat awak menggelirukan belajar adalah satu lagi non-Mendelian. Wah, pandai kan? SPM ni dah pandai tu. Tak tahu lah. Memang akan normally student will be confused between these two because of this ratio. Kerana ratio ni dia akan ubah compared to this. So Mendel experiment and non-Mendel experiment, we know that Mendel is the bapa genetic. Bapa untuk fathers of the genetic one. It is the first scientist that discovered inheritance one. Discover inheritance. They know that he is the first scientist to prove that the organism got inheritance. Some of the trait and the phenotype characteristic can be inherited to further generation. Okay, this is Mendel. So in Mendel, if you still know in SPM, if you know that in Mendel, the appearance characteristic either two only. Appearance either it is dominant characteristic or recessive characteristic only. Appearance, the appearance of the phenotype among the organism either dominant either recessive. Dia tak ada tengah-tengah punya. Macam dominant we know that is like the height of the pea plant. Height of the pea plant. Pea plant is the organism if the plant that used by the Mendel, right? So height the pea plant either got T or T, right? Big capital T or small t earlier. So capital T earlier is the dominant earlier. So shorter T earlier is short T is recessive earlier. So capital is mean tall. Short T is small T is the short one. So in Mendel either dominant or recessive only. So dominant kalau dia earlier macam ni tall, or dia earlier macam ni, it is also occur tall. Only the recessive one is short. But is it true? Ini punya. Tengah-tengah punya. Dia tak ada tengah-tengah punya. Mendel. Tak ada. But non-Mendel ada. Bukan semua spesies semua ikut ni. Bukan semua spesies cakap ini memang akan dominan punya. Siapa cakap? Mendel lah. Mendel dia cakap. Kerana it is based on the pea plant one. But actually, until the further scientists they make a research, not all the not all the not all the species in hybrid one, or this one we call hybrid earlier, right? Heterozygous. Okay, heterozygous will appear dominant characteristic. It may be a dominant characteristic. It may be appear another type of characteristic. So this is what we call incomplete dominance. And in Mendel, if you still remember, in Mendel, it only have two type of allele. Either one allele is dominant and one allele is recessive. In one gene only have two allele only. Either it is dominant or it is recessive. Ha. Dia ada two allele only. One gene only have two allele. Ini Mendel cakap punya. Tapi siapa cakap? Takkan multiple allele. Maybe dia akan ada dua, maybe dia ada 3 allele, 4 allele, 5 allele, 6 allele. Tak tahu. And also, Mendel cakap one gene control one characteristic. Siapa cakap? Polygene. Bukan satu gene control satu karakteristik. Mendel cakap je, tapi in real situation, in the real world, there are many organisms, not only one gene, there are 2 gene, 3 gene, 4 gene that control one characteristic. And also, Mendel cakap hanya satu gene dua allele, and it must be one allele must be dominant, one allele must be recessive. But siapa cakap co-dominance? There may be both allele are dominant. So ini memang semua ni non-Mendelian inheritance ni semua memang dia based on it is the research that after the Mendel one. Mendel already do a research, and then he already published the research to whole world. And then the further scientists they do the research, they found that tak semua species ni follow Mendel. Then they classify total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 types of non-Mendelian inheritance occur in the world. So semua ni awak kena belajar, and also the ratio. Awak jangan mengeliru, you have to alert, don't confuse between the ratio between Mendel and non-Mendelian. You have to know. Like in incomplete, the ratio is 1 to 1. 1 to 1. Apa ni? Don't know. Don't know. 1 to 1. You learn, you know. And then letter gene 3 to 0. 3 to 0? Yeah, 3 to 0. But how to get? Later you know. And link gene ni pun menarik juga. Like link gene, like dihybrid, right? Like dihybrid. For Mendel, you will get 9331, but link gene you only get 31. 31? Macam mana dapat? Awak akan belajar lah. So jangan confuse lah. Normally in examination question, in real examination question, dia akan compare one. The exam question will compare one. It will ask you, is it follow Mendel or not? And then explain structure. In structure question, dia akan tanya, adakah ini follow Mendel tak? Is it follow the Mendel experiment? Yes or no? So you have to know, because if you confuse, normally that kind of structure question you totally get 0 marks, because it is dia soalan dia memang ada guide punya. So if you already confuse it, memang awak akan dapat kosong markah. Especially in essay question. Essay question normally dia akan keluar dekat link gene, but normal link gene one, topic link gene, but because link gene is sama saja, dia macam sama saja dengan hybrid inheritance, so normally people will be confused. So if you confuse, awak dia nak link gene, awak buat hybrid inheritance, memang totally kosong markah. Memang awak bukan buat salah. Salah lah. So you have to alert about this lah. So actually in this topic, your school teacher actually want to expand already more already. Already because you have to compare between this. Ini dua dengan ini. So Mendel awak kena tahu jangan anggap awak SPM dah tak tahu, but the theory you have to know. Because this theory you have to apply at the non-Mendelian one. Because non-Mendelian inheritance, although it not follow the Mendel, but all of the theory is based on the Mendel one. They are just modified je. Modified je. Okay, this is the inheritance. Okay, next one is genetic mapping or also population genetic. So these two is the calculation topic. Topic and this genetic mapping you will learn how to calculate crossing over value. COV. COV1. This one is to determine the gene, the location of the gene. Based on this value, you can determine the location of the gene. Ada formula dia. And also population genetic, that is Hardy-Weber equation. So this one equation I just tell you got only two equation only. P plus Q equal to 1, P squared plus 2PQ plus 2Q squared equal to 1. Senang je lah. Tak perlu risau. Two equation ni tak boleh hafal ke? Wah, kadang-kadang semua cakap biology ada calculation lah ala toloknya. Tapi in biology, calculation question is bonus to you because it's very easy. Normally it's very straightforward if you know the formula. Especially this one. This one also compulsory come out in exam. Especially OBJ. Compulsory. I can say. If come out in structure, wah, untung lah. Lucky lah, saya main lucky lah awak. Kalau dia keluar dekat structure, wah, lepas examination awak kena sembahyang tau. Awak kena sembahyang. Wah, God, thanks God. Thanks God kerana awak keluar soalan senang seperti macam ni. But before that, you have to know lah what kind, how to use this formula lah. Although it's very easy, you have to know what is the meaning of P and Q lah. Yeah. So it's very easy because you got take MAT right. MAT ni matematik yang ni gila punya matematik pun awak boleh selesai. Ini primary school matematik. Memang boleh lah. If you already got learn MAT, I think this one is primary school for you lah. It's very easy lah. If you this matematik pun tak boleh selesai, yang ni MAT awak boleh selesai. Saya tak percaya lu. Saya tak percaya awak boleh selesai MAT ni tu. Ini memang sangat senang je. Tak perlu risau. Memang sangat senang. Dan juga bonus to you. Bonus. Memang bonus to you. Okay. So actually this 4 topic is about inheritance. Dia semua cakap dengan inheritance. Okay. Begin this DNA replication. It is about genetic control. Another actually this is another chapter lah. If you see the matriculation punya syllabus, it is actually separate into 2 different chapter one. But in SPM dia semua campur saja. NPM dia campur sekali. So okay, genetic control. So this one first you have to know is dia akan terlibat DNA dan juga RNA. It is nucleic acid. Nucleic acid, I think we already learned in Sem 1 kan. One type of the biological molecule, nucleic acid, got DNA and RNA, right? And also what are the function of DNA and RNA? You also know, right? DNA is carry genetic information. RNA got 3 type of RNA, right? mRNA, tRNA, RNA, and also rRNA. So these 3 RNA, especially these 2, you will learn how they function at all. rRNA actually is ribosomal RNA, so they are located dekat ribosome 1. So this RNA in our syllabus not learn, but mRNA and tRNA you will learn already. learn already. Because in semester 1, normally the people, dia akan overlap lah. Maybe dia akan overlap dekat topik ini. Dekat topik ini. And you learn this topic, actually you will know lah MIA and DIA punya function. I think if you like the function of MIA and DIA during semester 1, I think awak ada kepala awak, memang awak, your head has appear many question mark, right? Question A. So, I don't know during your semester 1, you guys got sendiri belajar tak, self-study about this topic lah. Semester 3 topic lah. I don't know. Maybe got, maybe no. Up to you. But in semester 3, you will learn. Okay. Okay. So, first is about DNA replication. I think this term in SPM you also already learn, but you only know, DNA replication dia macam kopi je lah. One DNA copy, lepas tu akan replicate means copy kan. Satu DNA, dia akan ada banyak DNA kan. Yang ni awak tahu during SPM, yang ni in your memory awak tahu ini. Tapi macam mana dia boleh macam ni? Macam mana? Proses dia. How it come? So in SPM you already learn DNA replication mechanism. Macam mana dia replicate punya? DNA macam mana replicate? Inilah awak akan learn. Okay, but before learn mechanism, we had to learn experiment prove DNA as genetic material. So there are 3 experiment, 3 experiment by the last century scientists. They prove that DNA as the genetic material. So actually, when the scientists discover the cell, there is no one know that DNA carry genetic material. Tak ada sesiapa tahu dia DNA ni carry genetic material. Semua orang hanya tahu nucleus carry genetic material. Nucleus carry genetic material. Nucleus. Tapi nucleus apa? Because nucleus we know that, and within nucleus we have nucleolose, right? And then nucleolose got carbohydrate. And then dia ada nucleic acid lah. Memanglah dia ada nucleic acid. And also dia ada juga protein. So siapa yang carry genetic material? There you know, no scientist know about it. So this is the question mark from the scientist. If you know the scientist want to become a scientist, memanglah question mark. Scientist ni dia macam ni punya. If you want to become a scientist, firstly you have to know. You have to have a question first, and then you answer that question. So the first question at that time for that scientist is, who carry the genetic material? Siapa ni? Carbohydrate, nucleic acid atau protein? Siapa? Lepas tu mereka ada buat eksperimen lah. So there are 3 experiment, and these 3 experiment is conducted by different scientists, and different scientists at all. So what do you have to know is procedure. Okay, and then theory, and then result. What are the result? And then discuss. Ini eksperimen kan? And then conclusion. Awak kena ini empat ni lah. Awak kena tahu. What are the, and also the first one you have to know lah. Name lah. Scientist name. Scientist name awak kena tahu lah. Because in examination dia akan keluar dekat essay one. It maybe keluar dekat essay, but in essay question dia hanya bagi tahu scientist punya nama saja. And if you not memorize, although you know the procedure ni semua ni, tapi awak tak tahu scientist, awak pun tak tahu eksperimen mana. Because there are 3 type of experiment, and not only that, in other further topic we have also another 2 experiment. So there are total 5 experiment you have to learn in this chapter. So if you don't know the scientist name, so you don't know what type of experiment that NPM want for that question. So, we have to know lah. Firstly, yang ini paling important lah. Scientist punya nama. Okay, next is procedure. Okay, apakah, what are the steps that it be carried out? You have to know. Then, result. What are the result obtained? Then, discuss the result. So, based on that result and also the procedure, discuss it. Why that scientists want to use this procedure? Why the result like that? Why dia keluar result macam ni? Kenapa dia keluar keputusan macam ni? Like you right, you want to take a examination, you get A. Wah, kenapa awak dapat A? Because you hardworking. And then you get F. Kenapa awak dapat F? Because awak lazy honeymoon kan, maybe. Awak honeymoon, lazy honeymoon kan. Inilah result. Discuss lah. You have to discuss why that kind of result appear, and also that procedure, why the scientists use that procedure. And then finally, conclusion. So what are the conclude from that experiment you get? So this tiga eksperimen ni awak kena tahu. So finally the first and second experiment is got proof DNA as genetic material, but it is not strong evidence to strong confidence level to encourage all of the scientists around the world agree that DNA is genetic material. Dia tak ada percaya lah. Banyak saintis ni yang first experiment dengan second experiment ni, kebanyakan saintis at that time not percaya. Mereka tak percaya dengan result dan conclusion ni. Mereka rasa ada sikit perubahan. Mereka ada macam critical dekat sana. Akhirnya the third experiment itu dia buat finally semua saintis okay, we agree that DNA is genetic material already. Okay, next is okay, we already know DNA is genetic material. Dia carry genetic material. But how about macam mana DNA replicate lah? Macam mana? Tak tahu leh, saya pun tak tahu. No everyone know. So first we have to know the model of DNA replication. So we know that I already say that DNA replication is for one DNA dia akan replicate dekat ada dua punya DNA. But macam mana? So there are three models proposed by Watson and Crick. Yang ni two scientists ni familiar right? In semester 1, mereka dua-dua ni dia propose DNA model right? And also dia also propose DNA replication model. It propose 3 types of model. So it propose 3 types of model, but dia pun tak tahu model yang apa? Yang mana satu model ni is the real DNA replication mechanism. Dia pun tak tahu. Kerana dia anggap tiga model ni akan berlaku dekat DNA replication. So dia pun tak tahu. So there are another experiment. This is the fourth experiment lah. It is the fourth experiment to prove that there are 3 model. I really give you answer lah. Semi-conservative model is the model that DNA replicate. This is the way that DNA replicate, and also the DNA replication mechanism also based on this semi-conservative model. Why we can prove that? Because it is come from fourth experiment. This is the conclusion. Saya dah bagi conclusion lah. So procedure dia, result dia, discussion dia, awak sendiri carilah. Awak sendiri belajar lah. Awak akan belajar dekat sini. This is the fourth experiment you have to learn. And also you have to memorize the scientist name. And then finally DNA replication mechanism lah. Okay, so DNA replication mechanism ini yang paling important is enzyme punya nama. Name of the enzyme. There are many types of enzyme you have to learn. You have to memorize it. Yang basic one DNA polymerase. So DNA polymerase, and then DNA iso 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 isopotamase. I already forget. DNA ligase. Got DNA ligase. Ligase. And then got single binder protein. Like that lah. There are many type of enzyme you have to topoisomerase. Topoisomerase. Yeah, I remember already. And got other 2 or 3 again. You have to know lah. But these 3 enzyme is the main enzyme lah. If you want to go to DNA replication, this 3 enzyme is the most important one. Okay. Okay. Next is gene expression. Okay. This one another name is we call protein synthesis. How protein can be produced in our body? Macam mana protein boleh dihasilkan dekat badan kita? So because of gene expression. Okay, so firstly we have to another experiment again, 5th experiment. Another experiment we call Biden and Tetten experiment. These are the 2 scientists. They prove gene concept. So in DNA replication, you already proved that DNA is genetic material. And then what is gene? What is gene? Masa tu semua tak tahu. Inilah. Ini orang ni, dia proof lah. Gene concept. Okay. Next is genetic code. What is genetic code? Genetic code. So if you know that genetic code is the triplet one, dia memang occur dekat triplet. The reading of the genetic code is based on triplet one. So like if you see you will see got that one table right, A D AUCG, and then got another part AUCG. Why AUCG not ATCG? Because of RNA. If you normally in genetic code we use RNA. RNA why? Because later you will know lah. Later you will know lah. So genetic code. So later if you see that you got AAA, AUA. Ini kan saya rasa awak pernah tengok table macam ni. Table macam ni. So this is this specific genetic code will be correspond to one type of amino acid. Faham? Faham? Meaning that AAA is one type of amino acid. AUG is one type, or AUG no, AUG is stop codon. AUG is stop codon. Like AUG is stop codon ba? I already forget. AUG is stop codon ba? I did forget, but AUG is the spatial codon. Either is stop codon or is a start codon. I already forget it. Ini awak kena memorize lah. Kerana saya dah graduate 3 tahun, tak lupa lah. But in examination, you have to know. What is start codon and also what is the stop codon. You have to know. Stop codon got 3. Start only 1. Only one codon is start codon. Start codon. Okay. So this is the basic concept. You have to know what is type of genetic code, and also you have to learn the characteristic of the genetic code. Apa karakter dia? And then inilah yang paling susah orang nak faham punya. Memang susah nak faham. First time I learn, I also read many times itu Campbell punya. Saya rasa awak jangan baca itu Oxford. Tak recommend. Kerana memang sangat susah. I can say it is very susah. Very susah to understand. Unless you are the smart person lah. You are the smart person. Baca Oxford je, boleh understand itu saya tak boleh cakap apa lah. But if you are the normal person like me, normally Oxford, if you read, you will have a many type of question A on your head. Okay. So actually transcription and translation, these 2 terms actually you already familiar with it, right? You think in semester 1, semester 2, you also learn. In semester 2, I think in what topic hormone, right? Itu steroid hormone. Mechanism of steroid hormone. Mechanism of steroid hormone got transcription and translation, right? Actually, transcription and translation is involved in protein synthesis. They are involved in protein synthesis. And another name is called central dogma. Some book will central dogma. So if you see that central dogma, so meaning that what is it mean? So it is based on DNA. Dia akan hasil mRNA. And then mRNA dia akan dibaca, dibaca akan menghasilkan amino acid, which is protein lah, because we know as protein lah. So DNA pergi mRNA we call transcription. Transcript. Dia transcript menghasilkan mRNA. And then mRNA dia menghasilkan protein. Protein. So this one we call translation. And then this one we need two organelles, ribosome, and also one organelle ribosome and also tRNA. Ini dia kena menggunakan ribosome dan juga DNA untuk menghasilkan protein. So this process is called translation. DNA pergi mRNA is transcription. Okay, faham? Yang ni basic concept of central dogma. Base is protein synthesis. Sangat basic kan? You have to learn is mechanism. Macam mana DNA menghasilkan mRNA and also macam mana mRNA ni menggunakan ribosome dan tRNA menghasilkan protein. This is involve translation. Ini memang basic lah. Sangat basic one, but in the process you have to learn lah. Okay. Recommend to read Campbell. Okay. Okay, next one is regulation of gene expression prokaryote. Okay, if you already learn the gene expression, that is central dogma, you already learn it, transcription and translation. Next is how it is regulated, because we know that not every time we have to produce the protein, right? Protein include enzyme. Enzyme is one type of protein, right? Protein also that protein is enzyme is protein. So normally not all situation require enzyme. Only the certain situation only it require enzyme or other protein or like antibody. Antibody also one type of protein, and also one type of protein, and also other carrier protein, core protein, like that. So normally in this chapter we use enzyme lah. Use enzyme as example. So not all the situation will require this enzyme. So macam mana dia regulate the cell, how the cell can be regulate. Macam mana when it at the A situation dia mau enzyme, at B situation dia tak mau enzyme. Siapa? So it is under operant system. Operant system ni dia akan regulate lah. Sama ada dia akan menghasilkan enzyme atau tidak. But for our syllabus, we only learn prokaryote only. Prokaryote only. Prokaryote only. Yang like eukaryote, like human one, we not learn because eukaryote is very complex. We only learn the simple one, easy one. So operant system you have to know, and also the example, one of the example is lab operant. Is you have to learn what? Lab operant. Okay, the tryptophan operant, because buku Oxford ada keluar, but I see the syllabus dia tak include. So don't need to learn because syllabus tak ada. So don't need to learn. But if you want to learn, also can. But you want to learn because of buku Oxford dia ada bagi dua example, lab operant and tryptophan. Lab operant wajib lah, awak wajib belajar dekat syllabus. Tryptophan punya tak perlu. Kerana dia tak ada dekat syllabus. So dia takkan keluar punya. Okay. Last topic, mutation. Okay. Mutation ni saya rasa SPM awak pun tak belajar kan. So gene mutation saya tak mahu cakap banyak-banyak lah. Awak tak belajar. Insertion, deletion, injection, deletion, and also got another one. Ed, addition by addition, and another one I already forget, but 4 types. And also chromosomal mutation, deletion, translocation, inversion, all of these. But for this one is the and mutation change in chromosomal number like Turner syndrome, Down syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, XXY, XO, itu semua tu awak akan belajar kan. But another one is the new to you is the another one is new to you is polyploidy. Yang itu apa Yang itu Turner syndrome, Down syndrome itu semua we know as aneuploidy. Aneuploidy. Aneuploidy yang itu saya cakap lah, Down syndrome, Turner syndrome, but because it only involve one chromosome only. Dia hanya include one chromosome. Either dia delete satu chromosome or either dia delete uh, uh, insert satu chromosome or it delete one chromosome. Okay, but for polyploidy, it will involve multiple number of chromosome lah. So it may be will double, triple, double, triple, or even higher also. So this is what we call polyploidy. And if the organism that carry undergo mutation under polyploidy, it normally eat the baby mereka, the anak mereka akan menjadi new species lah. It will totally new species. It is totally new species. That is why it is under speciation topic. It is also under speciation topic. So speciation topic is for hybridization. Hybridization topic. Actually, you can expand this. Why? If exam come out this, you can expand using this theory. Karena memang sama saja. Memang sama saja. Okay. So this one is relate to the chapter ecology lah. No, chapter selection and speciation. Okay. So finally, this chapter is finished. So this chapter very long and also very hard. So normally teacher will take a thought of this lah. Okay, so good luck for you. Okay, begin this chapter, and this chapter actually is very short chapter but also new to you, totally new to you. So firstly is about genetic engineering. So this chapter you have to learn genetic engineering. Genetic engineering in SPM you also have learned, but in SPM you just learn very basic. So in genetic engineering, or another name we call cloning technology, or also recombinant DNA technology. Got another name we call recombinant DNA technology. So actually this name is more simple, easier to understand, meaning that in the DNA got another type of DNA because we call recombinant, meaning that dekat sini DNA ni dia ada satu DNA, one strand of the one region of DNA is another species one, another type of DNA one, totally different type of DNA from the original one. So this is we call of gene of interest. And then this structure is plasmid. Okay, so genetic engineering normally we use E. coli lah. Normally we use E. coli or bacteriophage. Normally we use these normally no. Sorry. E. coli. Normally we use E. coli one. E. coli bacteria. Normally the most famous one. We use E. coli. So there are two type of plasmid we have to use. Two type of vector we have to use. That is plasmid and also bacteriophage. So plasmid is the most famous. Bacteriophage normally in the bigger gene, because plasmid is plasmid is not suitable for the bigger gene. If the gene of interest is very big, so plasmid is not recommended, but we use bacteriophage. But bacteriophage is more complicated compared in real practical lah. Bacteriophage is more complicated and it is more dangerous compare it has the health issue lah compared to the plasmid. Okay. So mechanism of genetic engineering, so you have to know the step lah. The step of the genetic engineering. So there are 5 stages you have to know. So removal of gene from donor cell DNA and plasmid, placing the gene into a vector. So vector you have plasmid or and bacteriophage, transformation, screening, and also cloning process. Okay, so these 5 process, I think I don't need to explain detail. I just explain like that. Okay, this is the plasmid plus gene of interest ini gene of interest, and then you have to cut down you have to cut down awak akan cut down that, and then combine together awak akan dapat recombinant plasmid. So placing, this is the stage 1 and then this is the stage 2, placing the gene into a vector. So you place the gene into a vector. And then next is you have to transform into the host cell, that is E. coli. Normally we use E. coli. Maksudnya awak akan transform dekat host cell. Awak masuk dekat sini. This is we call transformation. And then we have to check screening process. We have to determine whether the cell is contain the recombinant plasmid or not. You have to select the transformed bacteria. The finally is cloning. So after that we have to kami kena menghasilkan sel ni dengan bilangan dan banyak lah. So this is all of the process of genetic engineering. So the most important application is insulin lah. The paling famous one is insulin lah. So insulin actually in this chapter you also learn insulin, but normally your school teacher will including when teach this chapter, dia akan directly gunakan insulin lah. Okay, next one. Okay, this one is genomic library and cDNA library. So this is one type of gene bank. Boleh cakap this is one type of gene bank also lah, genomic library and also cDNA library. So these two you have to know the theory and also the difference. Kerana dia akan pernah keluar dalam pasir. And this one you have to take a research from the internet or other books, because Campbell pun tak ada cakap tentang dua-dua ni, and also the buku Oxford pun tak explain banyak pun, dia pun tak explain banyak, so you have to take a research for these two chapter. So actually this chapter normally in examination, kalau dia keluar normally dia akan keluar essay, and then dia akan keluar normally 10 marks. Explain, but it will involve application lah. Application 1. Dia akan involve application 1. Meaning that dia akan explain the mechanism of genetic engineering. You have to dia macam like insulin, thyroid hormone, not thyroid hormone, growth hormone, and another one is agriculture. So there are 3 applications that you will learn. So all of these they are same. The process is same, but got some extra additional step you have to do. Got additional step. The additional step. The step for these 5 steps is totally same. Memang sama saja. Just you have to change like the gene of interest is insulin lor. You don't need in examination. If dia minta insulin, you just copy and paste gene of interest. Sebab tu gene of interest, dia awak pun tahu lah insulin. tulis lah insulin gene. Itulah betul. Okay. Okay, next one is about the last chapter, biotechnology. Okay, this chapter normally is involved in application chapter topic. So biotechnology, and for those who want to further study biotechnology field, biotechnology field or bioindustry, you have to these lah are the application that you will learn in the future. In the future. In the future. So not only biotechnology, biomedical science, and also food science, food technology, agriculture technology. Actually, all of these are under biotechnology. But if you want to further study biotechnology in degree, normally awak kena tahu lah. Awak kena tahu. That if you learn biomedical science, you just only learn biomed only, medicine only. Dan awak tak akan belajar yang ni lah, food, agriculture, tak lah. If you learn only agriculture technology, awak akan belajar agriculture je lah. If you learn food science, you only learn food and beverage production only lah. But if you learn biotechnology, semua ni awak kena tahu lah. Memang. Okay. First, so there are many application in biotechnology. So these are the under syllabus one. These are the application under syllabus. Yang cold copy, I can say cold copy is this. This is cold topic, and another one this cold topic, and also this one is cold topic. Ini tiga topik ni ada sejuk lah. Maksudnya tak keluar. Memang tak keluar langsung. These three chapter. Food and beverage production that you will learn is about cheese, how to make cheese, how to make beer, and also red wine. Cheese, beer, and red wine. Ini tiga ni. And also yogurt. Yogurt. Another is yogurt. Yogurt. So this is the fermentation topic lah. Fermentation technology process. Fermentation technology one. So for those who want to take food science, food technology, inilah awak akan belajar sikit lah tentang ni. Okay. Next is about agriculture. So agriculture, human growth hormone, and also insulin ni, it actually is under genetic engineering punya application. GE application. But there are some modification or modified steps are differ from the gene technology. Not differ lah, additional. I can say addition steps from this genetic engineering one. In genetic engineering memang dia proses dia memang ini 5. But for different type of the product, different type of product or different type of the medical, there are some additional step you have to add on of this specific product or medical. So you have to know lah. And then this 3 is the biomedical field lah. Ini tiga ni ada dekat biomedical field punya. Biomedical science. Gene therapy, DNA fingerprinting, and also genetic screening. So gene therapy is the treatment. It is one type of treatment, and DNA fingerprinting. I think I don't need to explain more lah. DNA testing lah. They are DNA fingerprinting, DNA testing. How we get the DNA sample from the not DNA sample. How we read the DNA from the DNA sample. How do we read a DNA from the DNA sample? And then genetic screening is the diagnosis. It is the diagnosis process to screen that whether you get that disease or not, genetic disease. Because the nowadays technology, like the genetic disease you learn in mutation, actually you can detect it by genetic screening. So meaning that you your probability to get the abnormality child is very low. Like Turner syndrome, Down syndrome, like that. You take the if before you pregnant, before you planning to have the child, both parents to get to have a genetic screening, then you will know that either your chromosome number or either your genetic is healthy or not, or your genetic sequence got any problem or not. So this is the genetic screening. You can detect the genetic disease earlier, and also you protect your children also. Okay, and then these two actually is core topic. Biosensor actually you already learned in semester one. Enzyme topic, enzyme technology, immobilization one. Immobilization topic in last application got biosensor, right? So actually you already learn. But in this you also learn, so you can refer back to your sem 1 punya buku. I think most of you got VTech sem 1 core. Most of you. So you can make a revision lah. And another one is oil decomposing bacteria. Is also core topic. Okay. So finally, this chapter is more about application and more about theory lah. And normally in this chapter, yang paling hot punya adalah inilah. Normally, and then this three is same. So if you already know gene technology, ini tiga awak memang tahu lah. Just you have to know a additional step lah. But yang this tiga ni awak kena belajar lah. Okay. So actually that's all for the semester 3. So I think that's all. Okay, so I hope that my explanation is clear lah, clear, and you can understand well, and you can start you prepare your exemption life lah. So before that you can scan this. So this is actually is feedback form lah. This is the feedback form of my video. So you can scan it and then fill it. It is anomalous. Don't be shy because it is anomalous. So I don't know who are you, but this feedback form is very good to me lah, so that I can improve for my further video. So you can scan it, and within our scanning, I will some advice to you. So the first advice is please hardworking and confirm serious, 100% serious, because semester 3 no repeat. Not only biology subject but also other subject lah, because this semester 3 not repeat. And also for those who have retake sem 1, sem 2 I don't know, because sem 2 just finished, so you also don't know you want to retake or not. So I hope that not lah. Hopefully no one at here retake sem 2 lah. But if retake, I just say that if you have retake sem 1 and sem 2 and many subject, time planning lah. Time planning is very well. But before that, you have to know semester 3 is the most important. You have to focus first compared to U1 and U2. Semester 3 is the most important. You have to focus first. If you not focus semester 3, you just focus U1 and U2, then semester 3 you get the bad result. No one can help you already, because no retake at all. Okay, so that's it. So before that, I need to I need to see that whether uh okay. I will proceed to the Q&A lah. So if you have any question, you can type. I will open the slide door first, so you can scan the QR code. Okay. I also type in the link also, so you can use the link also. Okay. Okay, I will proceed to the Q&A after I share the screen. Okay, can skip right? Okay. First question is about project. For your information, biology in this semester we have 5 experiments, if I'm not mistaken, and no project. Actually, no project. But but this semester got further, got 2 experiment is more complicated lah. Wait, okay, got 2 experiment is more complicated. First one is already mentioned in ecology part. You have to calculate. You have to go to your field of your school, padang sekolah awak, and then find the species, and then throw the panel itu square board, panel square board, and then itulah explain, you if you don't hear you can repeat back. I don't want to explain already. Another experiment is about specimen project. I can You can say it is project lah, specimen project. It is you have to collect insects and also plant. Plant I think is easy because plant can take anyway, but you have to take the insect. Meaning that you have to awak kena tangkap serangga lah. You have to catch the insect and do a specimen. And total insect you have to collect is 10. 10 insects and with 8 different order. 8 different order. Maknanya awak bukan sahaja tangkap 10 serangga saja, awak kena cari itu serangga with 8 different order. Baru complete. So this is the insect lah, insect experiment, and then this experiment I think your school teacher will give you the instruction I think very earlier, because this experiment is very long period one. If when you are free, you just catch the insect and then go to make a specimen only. So this 2 experiment lah, and another experiment is about taxonomy one, and another experiment 2 experiment is under genetic, but that is very easy experiment lah, so you don't need to worry about that. It's very easy, like your sem 1 sem 2 only. You just do, and got one experiment is about inheritance. Itu Mendel one. Mendel. Just Mendel one. So dia macam yang saya tak silap jagung. Dia akan bagi jagung one. You have to calculate it and then just to take the ratio lah. You just prove that you can get the ratio 3:1 and also 3:9:3:3:1 like that. Okay. And so hopefully I answer your question. So about biology project is same question. Okay. So hopefully I answer your question lah. So actually no project at this for this subject. Dia tak macam itu chemistry and physics. Chemistry and physics you have to paint a project for experiment one. Experiment right, but in biology no. Biology we only do experiment only. Yang paling susah itu serangga lah. Itu serangga lah. Insect one. So I don't know you guys takut insect tak? So I tak kisah awak takut, awak kena tangkap lah. And this experiment I think is done in group, but it depends on your school teacher. Your school teacher can either want to do individual or group, but normally it's in group lah. Individual is very difficult lah, but normally it's in group lah. But it depends on your school teacher. Okay, what reference book do you suggest? So the most suggestion is Campbell lah. Campbell, tahu tak? Campbell, I think all of you, I also the I also have sent the profile, send the Campbell book in the group. I don't know you got joined or not. If you not join the group, please join the group lah. Okay. So I think Campbell book you got heard about later. Okay, this book. this is the book that that is even in examiner the marker that very suggest one. But I can say that some of the topic this book does not have. Okay, this is the first book, and another book is Solomon. This another book also recommended by Campbell by MPM1, but Campbell actually is already enough lah. This one is Solomon. Actually, I already also upload at the in the group also, so you can download in the group. Use it lah. But the actually Campbell is already enough lah. It's already enough lah. But if you want to read more, you can read another book. It's called Solomon lah. Okay, okay. And so these are the two books you have to refer lah. Most suggest lah. I suggest lah. These two books actually already enough already. Already enough for your examination already. But if you want to read another book, actually you can see banyak kan. This is the university one. Saya lapak. So inilah Solomon, and another one is ini. This one is like from the Peter one, Peter Raven. This one is also recommended by MPM. But I can say that normally the content are almost similar. The theory of the content is almost similar. So you don't need to wasting your time to read three books. Because if you know that for those who read Campbell, actually it's very long one. So you have to you take time to read all this content. So not that but if you want, yes can, but you have to your time lah, your timing is you need to plan your time lah, not just read and then you forget the time, and then after what how to say after you after you uh maknanya before examination you have to know all the topic. If you this we will wasting too much of time in reading, then you don't have the time to do a exam paper, trial paper, or also objective paper. Okay, another book I think. Okay, another book like this one is genetic one, so this one is more focused on the last three chapter lah. Last three chapter. So this one will give very detail, more detail, sangat detail. So I not recommend you to read because yeah, reading is good, but if you too more, read but read more, you take the time very long. But take the line very long, then you don't have time to make a revision, and then you don't have the time to make an exercise. And even though you don't have the time to make your revision of U1 and U2 ulangan, jangan lupa awak ada ulangan. But for those who don't have ulangan, congrats lah. Okay. Okay, another one is biotechnology. Yang ni lah kerana saya biotechnology student, so saya ada banyak biotechnology punya buku lah. Yang ni. Lepas tu, yang ni medical. Itulah, yang ni pun genetik punya pun boleh belajar. So, all of this book lah. So, actually, for me, I just recommend you Campbell and also Solomon. Enough already. Very enough. Very enough already. Paper 5, sorry about that because I am also the school candidate. So I also never heard the paper 5 question about. I also don't know the paper 5 format. So sorry, I cannot answer this. This one better you ask from the school teacher. School teacher, they have the platform, they know who are the person, or maybe they can ask about the person they know about paper 5. So my recommend is you ask better you ask from the school teacher. Okay. Okay, the last one is about what effective study method. The most effective study method for me, I do is do notes. Do your own notes. Yeah, because if you want to get A in biology, I honestly say I not get A in SPM Bio, I just get B only. But for me, I also need to do a notes. You have to do a notes. Do your own notes that you can remember, that you can understand. And when you make a revision, you can fastly know, oh, what does this topic talk about? You can you can uh, imagine, you can remember it easily. You must do your own notes because biology is the top subject is very big subject, is the informative subject. There are many information you can get from internet, books, and whatever lah. In journal also can. So you have to do your own notes also. So the most effective method for me. Prepare the tips to prepare ulangan lah. Time planning lah, I can say. Ulangan bila ah? Saya pun tak fikir. You want bila ah? You want before Chinese New Year, right? Or after? You two, I think is near to the century. You two, got anyone can answer? They forget. You want never mind lah. If you know your time lah. If I not mistaken, you want is before Chinese New Year. So if you want to get it, actually, and now you can start prepare already. I can say you can start prepare already. But as I say before, you have to focus century first. You focus century first, baru finish, baru awak fokus ulangan. But like that, like now, maybe because ulangan sem 1, actually sem 1, sem 2 punya topic you already discover all already. Actually, you already know. Meaning that you open the book, you already faham what are the concept. You don't need, if you are the person that you open the book, you also don't know, dia cakap apa it write what if you like that, wow, I can say that very difficult lah. You have to sacrifice your sleeping time lah. If you are the person like that. But if you are the person, but the normal person one is if you open the book, you already know. Or what are the topic about, you just want to memorize deeply. If this is a normal person, then you have to take a time take a time 1 week like that, 1 week, 2 hour, 3 hour for beginner. And when you are more complicated to ulangan, near to the ulangan, near to the repeat, then you can directly focus on ulangan because you are very lucky because in last time you two and century is compiled together, but I know that you one and sem two and century you two is got 2 months, right? I think you two and century is March, so you have what completely 1 month like that you have to. So before you want before you want 1 week or 2 weeks, you can focus on you want after you want then you can focus on semester 3, sem 3 first, not you 2 first, sem 3 first. You have to score well sem 3 first because sem 3 no ulangan, dia tak ada repeat. If you focus you 2 and then sem 3 ayo lupa, rugi awak lah, memang awak rugi awak punya. Rugi awak punya. Okay, rugi awak punya. So focus sem 3 dulu, and at that time after you want, before you want, actually you already know all of the content about sem 3. Meaning that when I ask you something, when you ask yourself something about the topic, you can answer it. you will know what do you learn about it already. Jangan after you want also you want to tengok buku lagi, tengok buku cari lagi baru tahu. Itu tak perlu. Itu bukan untuk SPPM lah. After you want, actually you already know all of the century topic already. And then after you want is the time you do the revision already. Not learning, is revision. Learning and revision is different. After you want is the time to make a revision already. Not a learning already. Bukan after you want, I want nak buat nota. Nota tu semua sudah before you want, you already have complete it. After you want, you have to make a revision, do trial paper, do question, buat banyak soalan, buat partial paper. Partial paper ini pernah dengar baik-baik. Partial paper ni don't think that you just do one time, yeah, I done it. No. You have to do many times. Banyak kali, especially objective question. Jangan anggap awak buat satu kali je, wah, okay lah, finish. Because can you promise that if the question 100 copy and paste question punya soalan lagi keluar, awak boleh jawab tak? Nobody can answer you. Even me, I also cannot answer. So you have to repeat. Do and do. 2013 until 2022. 2022 punya soalan buat banyak kali. Do and do. Do until you can completely answer that correctly, 100%. Until you can do the 100% correct, and then okay, finish. Can finish. If not, do and do. In OBJ and also structure. Essay don't need lah. Essay is about hafal kan, but if you want to do, also can. But essay is you can repeat to see that kind of question and then write the point. Write the point. Write the point first. We do the partial question again and again. And also trial paper. Trial paper, don't think that you do one time, first time, do only one time, you can remember. You have to do and do again. Because you have somebody say that your biology ni tak ada soalan sikit je. Sikit tapi boleh repeat. Oh, you can redo and redo. So the bilangan is not a alasan lah. It's not a bukan alasan lah. Because you cannot promise that you when you redo, you can get 100% correct. If you can promise that you can redo 100% correct, then you cannot. Then I think you already can get A in SPA Bio. Okay. How to force my study? Firstly, my suggestion, delete all the entertainment apps. Itu YouTube, TikTok, game, itu semua game tu semua delete. Tak mau. Focus. Tak mau tu. Can or not? If you can do, normally you are already in half of the pathway, and then try to have a more quiet environment. I don't know your house, but for more quiet environment, and then focus and study. And then during the study, you can play music, relax music. You can play your relax music also. So yang paling penting itu yang semua fakta itu yang mempengaruhi awal study punya semua bagi delete. 6 months only. 6 months only. After 6 months, you have 3 months to play already. So 6 months already. So delete all. If you are the person that cannot concentrate one, delete all. All the drama, TV, semua tak mau tengok. Delete. And then tu game semua delete. Apa itu YouTube ke? YouTube boleh lah. YouTube boleh guna kerana awak boleh dengar music. Tapi if you say that YouTube pun tak boleh lah. Delete je. Delete. Semua delete. Delete yang entertainment semua delete. Jadual ganti. Dia Christian jadual ganti. Ini kena ada orang yang buat orang yang set for jadual ganti. Because for me, I also don't get yet. Don't get yet the jadual the real question. Even 2022, I also not get yet. So if you anyone want to share, can share in the group because this one is only the person who because of the COVID take the exam, so only that person can get the exam paper. So if the somebody at here is that person, you got the question paper, then you can share into the group so can beneficial to all STPM candidates. Okay, got any question yet? So I think